Got your butt bone set?
I do.
Alright. So welcome to FridgeArt. I'm Andrea Radick.
And I'm Kristen Plesko.
I had to decide which one we were going to do first. I figured do the long one, then we can do the short one later.
Okay, hold on. Which one were we doing now?
FridgeArt.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's... Okay.
Yeah.
That's usually what we start with.
We started with mini fridge before.
Oh, did we?
We did a mini fridge, then a FridgeArt, and then a mini fridge. Yeah, I think I'd seen
Smokers ruin everything.
They do.
So hope there's no smokers listening, because I judge you.
If there are, you ruin it.
I'm not going to preach to you. Don't smoke around me. And don't smoke near my house.
So after this FridgeArt, we are going to... I was just thinking, like, maybe it might be interesting to record it through YouTube's thing. I think it just uses OBS.
I don't know how to use it. I'm an old person. I don't know how to use it. Even though you're 2 years older than me.
Yep.
Oh, Andrea.
Oh, I'm back when I was your age. -2 years ago.
When I was a sperm, I didn't know what YouTube was.
Basically, after this FridgeArt, the next one, which I think that it'll be coming out on the 22nd. I think. Or is there one more week? There might be one more week. Whichever one comes out on the... Well, because this one is for this one. Okay, so yeah, the next one... Yeah, okay, so the next one... What am I saying? The 22nd? That's a fucking Tuesday.
Oh yeah, when are you going on vacation? Because you probably won't...
22nd through the 1st.
Okay.
So we'll probably either go on a hiatus or we can maybe try and record stuff beforehand.
Yeah. We can see what happens.
Yeah.
We can see that what... Because that's all we get. It's Christmas.
Well, I'm still technically going to be working as well. I'm just going to be working from home back in Chicago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I have to spend all day working still.
Yeah, like, because on the Friday after...
My family.
I think Christmas is on Thursday, and we get Friday off.
No, Friday. We only get Friday off.
Oh, no, that's fine. I was basically driving up there to see my family, though, because they didn't get to see me Thanksgiving. So, and they live in D.C., so that's 4 hours away. And I got my oil replaced. There
you go. But basically, whichever... I guess that'll be the one that comes out the 20th, then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so not this one. This one will be coming out the 13th, and then the next one. So the next one, we're going to be doing an actual video version.
You get to see our mugs.
Yeah, you get to see how very different we are from the picture that we put up all the time. That is our bumper. Well, you still look the same. I don't really look the same, though.
No, you have shorter hair. I have
shortish hair. I had, blonde hair and, to my... Yeah, that is not what it is at anymore.
No, Andrea has a shorter haircut, and, I don't know, people assume sometimes online I'm just a guy. I think they do that with you, too.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I think half the time people just don't realize we're female.
Some of the well, I'm pretty sure people understand that we're female.
Well, if they've seen us. We're obviously female if you look at us,
and our voices are female as well.
You sure about that, Andrea?
What are you talking about, champ?
Hey, you see those bitches over there? Yeah, that's what I like. Bitches.
Oh, boy. So, but yeah, we're basically going to be doing a video version. I'm going to be showing off Kitty Has Kittens. Kristen, I think, has some clown pictures and some more whatchamacallits that we'll look at in person, so... be a little bit different, but that'll be our
Christmas
fan
thing.
art. Your Beanie Baby fan art? Yeah, that's
I have an entire sketchbook of
Beanie Babies. I just like their sock-like hands. I like the mobility.
I drew them exactly how they looked, and it's really weird because they weren't really well designed. And they're worth nothing now.
Yeah. So are pop figures. I still think pop figures are going to be pretty much the next Beanie Babies.
I hate pop figures. I hate having to, advertise them, on the website whenever we did, and it was, stupid looking. Everyone wanted to pre-order them, and it's come on, guys. They're literally... I
bought a Johnny one.
It's very poorly painted.
It is very poorly painted. It's really sloppily painted, and then he fell off my desk and his arm fell off. So now he has a Band-Aid over his arm, and then his arm is in the mouth of a metal Tyrannosaurus. So
his fight with Nicol Bolas did not go well.
He's got a little... Oh no, I put the cat Band-Aid over his one eye. His eye scar.
His boo-boo eye.
His boo-boo eye, yeah.
Because he lost it. Did you add a tear for his lost lover?
No, I didn't.
There you go. I don't think they were lovers, but... They had some chemistry going on.
They were BFFs.
For Catman and Non-Catwoman.
Anyways, so we're going to be doing a video thing for the 20th, and that'll be our Christmas thing. And then we might have probably just a week and a half off. We'll miss a couple mini fridges and then a FridgeArt.
Yep. You guys go do Christmas things, too.
Yeah.
Or Hanukkah things.
We don't judge. We don't care what you
do.
Do something.
Or Kwanzaa.
Or a TipTopTet.
So if you do Kwanzaa, do you just not do any other thing? Like, I'm white, so I've never known...
I don't know.
I've actually never known anyone to do Kwanzaa. And
I don't think I have either.
And Islam does Ramadan, but that's in, like, November, September.
Yeah.
So...
I just
no
remember
gifts.
how The Simpsons did. It's like, have a Merry Christmas, a crazy Kwanzaa, a TipTopTet, which is the other one. I think that's the Buddhist one, is Tet.
I've never heard of that.
It's T-E-T, and then it has a little arrow thing over the E. A TipTopTet, or a solid and dignified Ramadan.
Yeah, they don't give any gifts.
Now
That's
we're
so
from
sad.
our God, or my God, our sponsors. And that just goes to a commercial.
Good.
So what do you want to look at today?
Do you have something Christmassy, like with snow? Something festive for the children. For the children that are probably adults watching this.
For the wee childs. Let's see.
God, I feel really bad if, like, we've been cursing and stuff, and there's small innocent children that haven't yet learned how dark life is.
I tend to think that children have a pretty good grasp. If they are on the internet, I tend to think they have their shit in order by the time they're about 11 or 12.
I hope so.
Which is a lot less credit than most people give. You know, most of the time, you're gonna be like 15. Nobody swears until they're 15. If you're a fucking weirdo, you don't swear until you're 15.
I didn't.
Because God knows that... Well, that's also from my personal experience. I was cursing a blue streak when I was in 4th grade.
No, I would have been slapped. You don't do that.
Well, I would have been slapped if I was home. I didn't do it when I was home. I did it when I was at school.
Oh, no, I was really uptight. Also, I was religious back then. So that should probably be an indication
okay.
of...
We'll review... Here we go. Go ahead and look back.
Okay. Oh, no! Why?
So, remember when I said that I had made a second picture? You know, remember when we reviewed the unicorn picture that I made for my grandmother? This was the follow-up picture that I made.
Andrea, she's going Super Saiyan, but she's also a bird of paradise.
My grandmother really, really likes angels and stuff, so I made some sort of nature angel. But also, she looks like, what's the guy from that Frosty the Snowman?
Jack Frost.
like fucking Jack Frost.
Oh, God. He really does. Where's the hat? The little hat he wore?
I don't know.
Didn't he have a little hat?
It was, like, supposed to be somebody laying down, but then there's, like, an unnecessary shadow underneath here. So it's somebody just, like, laying
down?
Hypothetically. So they just look like they're hovering, like, 6 or 7 feet off the ground.
God. She looks like a combination of old Jack Frost and new butterfly, the hummingbird lady from the new Jack Frost movie. She's like a really awkward combination of both of those.
That's the Tooth Fairy, by the way.
Sorry. Hummingbird woman.
God, this is a really good way to display how to not do feathers and how to not add contrast onto every single goddamn feather. This thing took me forever, and this is not that old. This is...
When the hell did you make this?
Let me find out. And now my keyboard is
like,
much quieter.
It's not as bad as some other... Like, I don't think I've ever seen this, though.
Well, it's because I sort of took it down after a while.
Okay, that might be a good reason. Also, I like her. Yeah, she literally looks like...
She's terrifying.
There are anime characters that look like this, and I really can't explain my feelings towards this enough.
I want to say this was made in 2012.
Andrea.
I know.
You knew better back then.
I did.
But you didn't. Also, I like how one hand looks really small and one looks huge. The one's like holding a feather.
I love how incredibly flat this hand is as well.
Also,
like,
yeah.
It's just...
She's literally pancaking that hand to her. She's like, yes, over my heart. Here's a feather. Here's a green feather. Andrea, don't...
Yeah.
No, don't do it.
I think it was right around here.
Is that in your scraps now?
It might be my scraps, or I might have just actually fully deleted it.
I've deleted most of my shame.
I did it, and it was the look that my grandmother gave me when she saw it that made me delete it. Because she's like, oh, it's really nice, and she just had this fucking look of just like, what the shit is this?
The secret is, don't draw anything for your grandparents. They never know.
Yeah, I think I might have deleted it off.
No, you're going way too far back. Because I can tell your skill level was higher than this area. Don't go back this far, Andrea. It ain't here.
Yeah.
You ain't finding it. You went back 11 pages.
I pretty much went through the entire...
You post a lot on DeviantArt. I literally post nothing. Also, you have sketches, too?
Yeah, that used to be the way I would communicate.
Oh. Wow, I feel like is someone running their car or something outside?
Yeah.
Isn't that asshat who has a loud car? I asked him why his car did that, and apparently it's because it does that, so it'll, like, burn off the oil so it's not left in the engine. I think that kind of a car is stupid.
Well, it's a diesel car, right?
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
So, I think I had gotten this from... It might have been my 2010 artwork then.
It's not, like, badly rendered necessarily. It's just not good design.
Yeah, it's generally terrible.
Can you imagine having that shit attached to your bottom lashes? Like, why is that happening?
No, that sounds like...
Why does she have lyrebird wheedles coming out of her eyes? That's so weird.
Is it in here?
And she has, like, 50,000 bendies on her forehead.
I found this in some sort of weird folder, and it was somewhere in my own computer. I swear.
You know what? She also looks like a troll doll.
She does look like a fucking troll doll.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, that was the other thing. Also, she looks like you know in Yu Yu Hakusho, the kid Hiei? She also looks like a blonde Hiei. She has that same hair.
Evergreen is the name of it, so...
That's a terrible name for it. Ugh.
So...
Nope.
Let's just look in all. Maybe it's just not in... You like how quiet my keyboard is? Oh, there it is. Nope. This was... Oh, it's 2010. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I can forgive you a little bit for that, then. Because it was 2012. It's like, Jesus Christ, Andrea, come on.
Yeah. My thing says, phew, well, I'm, quote-unquote, done with it. I'm not done, cause, with no E, I'm not totally happy with it. The human figure woman's face frustrates the crap out of me. So put this aside for now, have it done, excessive finger quotes, and come back to it after I throw it through a few different critique sites. And I never did that.
Oh, yeah, that was the time that concept art wasn't garbage, right?
Concept art, I guess, is not as much garbage now.
Oh, is it not? Okay, because I heard it was just like, everyone said, don't ever go there again, it's bad.
Well, yeah.
Which one was the one that disappeared completely? CG Hub,
CG
right?
Hub, yeah.
I was so pissed about that.
Yeah, CG Hub was good.
Yeah, and it was right when concept art got really bad, and they were like, oh, give us a bunch of money so we can put the site back up kind of thing.
Yeah, they did that.
What a garbage thing.
Let me tell you a story about me and concept art. I wrote a journal about it one time, and I still have people that are like, I totally feel the same way, and the journal was from like 2009.
So I delete those.
Yeah, I should. So I went on to concept art, and I signed up when I was learning how to draw and everything, and I would participate in some of their chows, the character of the week.
Yeah, that used to be fun.
Some creatures of the week,
and the cows and the
some chows, some cows, and some lows. Yeah, I think they're yows.
Yows, okay.
Environments of the week.
Yows.
Yow. So I went on there and I had an account, and I sort of left it alone for a couple months, and I came back and I saw a message, and it said. And this was sort of in between where I'm like, I'm really not that bad. I'm not doing too bad. And I got a message that said, oh, you've been accepted to our featured artists.
Oh,
no. What had happened...
I remember you...
Actually, what had happened is I was a part of that, and then I left it for like a year. And I came back, and there was this message like, oh, you're part of our featured artists. I'm like, oh my god. You know, where is this at? I didn't really know where it went on. And concept art used to have this like chain, and I think they still do, a chain of like pictures you can click up on the top of professional illustrators and all their stuff. But I'm like, it can't be that. So they're like, oh, upload some pictures and stuff, and then, you know, you're all set. And I had to like go into a setting, and I turned it on. I'm like, oh, this is fucking rad. And then all of a sudden, my fucking picture popped up at the top of the bar. And I'm like, that should be alright. Is that something only I can see, or like... is that up on there for everybody? And it turns out that it was a bug that they had happen, and I got hassled mercilessly on that fucking site. And people just said, it's the biggest piece of trash, I can't believe this shit is up on there, there's something is fucking wrong. And then one of the moderators contacted me. They're saying, dude, you know, why did you think that your stuff would go up on there?
Oh, what an asshat.
Yeah, they were really arrogant and really mean.
They could have just said, "Oh, this was a bug. Here, I fixed it for you."
They said, like, well, I'm sorry, this is a bug, but they definitely did say, you should have known something was wrong when we asked you to be a featured artist or something. Something really just, like, it was just, like, just nail on the coffin. I'm like, well, fuck concept art, I'm never coming back. And I didn't. I left it for a number of years. And was angry with it and stuff. And then at one point, I swear you had like a rating score on there, and mine was like 0 because everybody rated me down because I was up on the top. And
people are trolls sometimes. I don't understand why they couldn't have just said, "Hey, this is an accident," and then you don't have to say anything nasty even if you're thinking it.
Well, because snitsy artists are dicks sometimes.
Some of the moderators are artists, right?
Yeah, because I think most of the moderators are artists.
Because one of the moderators was on Fur Affinity's site, and I don't want to name names, but that person was not my favorite person.
They were a moderator for concept art?
Yeah, or they were like a member or something that always, they commented all the time. They had an anime character as their...
Is it the person I'm thinking of?
Yeah, it's the person you're thinking of. I ain't even going to say anything.
Well, that would make sense, but...
Yeah.
No,
I don't have anything personally against that person. It's just that every time I've had a conversation with them, it ended up just being unpleasant.
But, so... Yeah, and then I'd sort of gone back to it because concept art, and I think they're still fairly decent on that, they're good at posting openings for freelance jobs and stuff. And a lot of companies used to go through there and, hey, we've got an opening for this, and they have it, like, segmented off. So I used to go on there occasionally. I think I got a completely new name. Completely ditched the old one because it was so shitted up beyond belief that, and I think it was 2008. So a lot of the artwork that we've been looking at, the really bad artwork, was the stuff that was up there. So I don't blame them that it was obviously not worth the quality.
I would just complain to the moderators if I didn't think the art was up to quality. I'm like, why the hell is this featured? But I wouldn't go to the artist because that's rude, because it might have been a mistake, like it was.
Yeah, no. So. They ridiculed the shit out of me, and I left that side alone.
Ugh.
A lot of the interactions I had on there, it was mostly just people self-promoting, but not actually interacting with other people.
Yeah, I noticed that. Although I did get some good critiques, but some of them got kind of in the territory of a little harsh for what you're trying to say. Like, you don't need to say it the way you are because I know you're almost mad at me for drawing kind of thing. It's like, you don't have to be angry at me for doing this.
Yeah.
Why is this so tilted? It's like... And then I explained, he was like, oh, okay, well, you don't need to tilt it that much. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. So it's just, sometimes people don't understand how mean they can come across. And,
No, this was definitely people they were...
Well, those people are definitely out for blood.
Unhappy. Very unhappy.
It is an art feud if I ever did see one.
Yeah, I was not a fan
of
concept art anymore after that. Still not really.
It's...
Like, I don't think... Yeah. Well, okay, because they had turned their thing into like it was like a pay-for type of site.
Yeah, but they didn't do it right.
It was sort of like what DeviantArt did, is that they try to jack up the price, and they try to sell exactly the same thing they had before, but packaged as something like revolutionary. And it was just incredibly pretentious and...
Yeah. And they had like the Kickstarter that completely closed out concept art or something for a while until they got enough money to turn it back on or some shit. It was really not great.
I think that's what my thing is titled.
Honestly, I'm kind of pissed about DeviantArt jacking up the price of their premium stuff. And honestly, they've given, over the past 6 years, they've given a lot of free basic members the stuff, but I don't see the point to having a DeviantArt membership. And now that someone from DeviantArt is probably listening to me like, never give her a free membership, never do anything. Don't ever do that. Like, literally anything else is probably more fun.
Oh, yeah, it was called Dream Fuel. That's what it was called.
Dream Fuel.
So, I wrote this big, long journal. I think I put it, to be blunt, it's an egotistical, bloated site in the community with a stick so far up its ass as might as well be a puppet. Like...
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't happy.
That sounds like a...
This was in 2013 I wrote this. If you can read their feel-good hullabaloo about Dream Fuel, when I was 14 I made up a business and called it Sky Dreamer Studios. I can't help but see the resemblance of the stupid name out there. You too can feel a looming sense of doom for a site. And then I crossed that out and put a real sense of purpose in your bleak, meaningless lives and the great shadow that CA casts. I was pretty mad.
Did they ever do Dream Fuel? I think they canceled it. Everyone was really pissed.
Oh, yeah.
I was pissed, and I barely... I'm
just looking on this to see what the hell...
Like, concept art has good stuff for, like... I don't personally like posting there, but sometimes, like, the chows and stuff. But you can find that on Tumblr and stuff a lot now, or, like, the memes where they say, 30-day art challenge. You don't have to do it in 30 days. It can just give you something to draw.
Yeah. I was like, I've been a member on the site for years and years, barring a glitch that accidentally put me on the featured list at the top of the page back in 2008. The relentless hounding I got from that. Not to mention, the admin told me it was ridiculous to think they'd ever feature my art. What was I thinking? I haven't been on the best terms. Critiques are not helpful. Opinions are not there. Sketchbooks are so washed out that you best be scratching someone else's back to have anyone scratch yours. Concept art, no matter how much I don't want to hear this, is DeviantArt, with just a professional sticker slapped on it, which is entirely true.
Yeah. That's honestly the problem I have with DeviantArt a lot of times. It's not that it's necessarily a bad site, it's just that
It's like Facebook. DeviantArt is essentially Facebook, and concept art is essentially DeviantArt.
Yeah.
I went there for freelance job listings. I had a forum originally set up in a pretty standard way. Full-time jobs, part-time jobs, 2 set of freelance forums for over $500 and under $500. Best part about the entire site, barring some of its challenges I used to take part in, is that the businesses also saw CA as a professional site. If we can both keep up that ruse, hey, the site has uses, but not entirely against the people of the site. I'm against how it's run, because some 5 months back, they suddenly changed the layout for the jobs forum. It became art jobs for art mobs. Instead of having those categories, they had 1. And instead of having maybe 50 each, there were 4. And they were also never updated because the people who had to post had no idea about how the damn thing was run, so it was dropped entirely. Yeah, that's the thing is, I think they did change it back, but
they changed it to because I stopped hearing
the
about
art jobs for the art mobs, and it was just like this big page that had stuff that was either super old or just, like I said, it went from having a shitload of jobs, a shitload of opportunities, down to like 4 or 5 per category, maybe.
Yeah, I've never actually used it for the forums and stuff, but I've never really been interested in freelance until I kind of fell into it. So it was never. I really used concept art only as to get better and to do exercises.
Man, I was pretty
seemed kind of weird.
I said, why Dream Fuel is so stupid beyond having to pay $75,000 for forums to be run, since apparently, the artist was mainly apparently picking up the tab, is the site believes that it can extort the money from its mild-mannered artists. There's literally no warning for this. It was everything's fine, then the next day the forums were entirely shut down. This piece of trash had gone up in place of it, and even some of the staff were caught off guard. You want to post a link and make a news article that pops up before you go to forums, that's fine. You don't just shut the whole goddamn thing down with no warnings. So now they're holding the forums ransom because they believe themselves the top site for art.
They really did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they really did. It literally, the entire website basically said, sorry, we shut it down, but here's our thing, give us $50,000.
$75,000.
Oh, sorry, $75,000.
They're not. I'm not sure they realize there's many other resources out there now, that even some of the site's original creators who have spoken with directly on the matter. Oh, I did, yeah. Saw it as a bloated, egotistical site that becomes something different is what they were. It was that John Foster or Sterling Hunley I talked to? I think it might have been Sterling Hunley. Yeah, I think it was Sterling Hunley, that he originally was one of the founding people.
Sterling Silver.
Yeah. His name is spelled like Sterling Silver. But I got to hang out with him at a bar one time when he came and he visited our college, and I brought that up, and he's like, oh, concept art. Earlier in the day, I was brushing into the situation and said a seed in the comments section. 80% of them were angry, well-written rants on why they found the situation to be horrible. That CA is killing its own fan base, it was slowly snuffing itself out. Actually, thanks to the magic of people screen capping comments, you can. And there's just a big link of... Let's see if they're still around. Oh yeah, it's this big giant thing of just a lot of people looking really pissed. And then there's just one person like, I love how this looks! Everything is great!
And it's probably the person who...
Probably. You check those comments now, there's nothing. Some of the comments of being, if you wanted to hold a fundraiser, that's fine, but I don't want a new layout. You keep changing the layout and driving people away. I want my forums back. This is ridiculous. And many other people related to that. Now the comments are only full of praise, mostly from the people who set up the damn thing in the first place.
Yeah.
If you want to run a bloated site, fine. You want to drive yourself into the ground, go nuts. But when you take legit comments and delete them, I'll... delete them all for this fake air that everybody's really into this idea, the hell with you. They care nothing for their people, and they just made that blatantly obvious. I was pretty mad.
I can tell.
That's more mad than I should have been about fucking concept art. But, yeah, so...
Why the flower petals on
yeah, let's talk about it.
I just can't get over how stupid that is.
It's not rendered fully. That's the thing, is like everything looks like it's made of like sacks of sand. With like a satin cover on it.
She also,
and then just sand.
You know what she also looks like? Her. I'm just going to keep comparing her hair to other things.
That's fine.
She looks like the guy from Don't Starve.
Wilson?
Wilson, yeah. No, she has Wilson's hair. Yeah. Like, I'm just... Wilson...
Yeah,
probably,
she's supposed to be laying down.
Something from Fern Gully. I mean, probably. You know. Oh, yeah, the male fairy from Fern Gully had hair like this, too. The one that wore a loincloth and had wings. Yeah. That rode around with beetle people.
Beetleman.
Yeah. That was a good movie. You guys should see that if you're too young to have seen it.
I would really like to redraw this and not do a shit job on it. And this is definitely one of those things...
Please don't draw her hair like that. That is awful.
No. I would draw them actually laying down. I think I looked at those, like, underwater photography things of, like, people's hair, but I just didn't actually put it into... This was, like, I didn't use any references, but I just sort of flubbed it best
So this
I
is
could.
supposed to be her, but laying down?
Yeah, she's supposed to be laying down.
So it's like us looking at her like we're some sort of weird
like
shadow lover.
Yeah,
you know, like,
over her.
So not only so that makes me uncomfortable. Also,
she's naked.
Oh well.
Would you believe that my grandmother never put this up in her house?
Not surprised.
I had this printed on a big giant poster thing too.
Well, like, why does her hair go like forward and then go back? Like, if she's laying back, like, why does she have Wilson hair? Like, I don't get it. It's like it's gelled to go forward, but then it falls back, I guess, to the ground.
I didn't understand how hair looked when it was laying down. I only understood what it looked like if it was in water.
But that doesn't even look like it in water. That's the problem. It looks like basically she has like marshmallow paste as her hair.
It does.
And like, the skin tone and stuff isn't too bad though. That's honestly not bad for 2010 times.
Yeah.
You know, that's.
Do you like her collarbone area though? Do you like how it just goes like?
She has apparently one collarbone, and then everything else is gone.
I like to think that she has 3 collarbones. One here, one here, and one across.
It's just like a giant eagle just, you know, and it just got her. Got her right there. It's the booby footprint.
It does look like a booby footprint.
If you guys don't know what a booby foot looks like.
She's fucking naked. Like, why did I give this to my grandmother? Why did I give this to my 80-year-old grandmother?
You should have drawn a completely nude image and given it to your grandmother, but made it super, like, beautiful. Like literally the best thing ever, and it's just a beautiful naked woman, and see if she hung it up. Oh. I would do that if my grandchild drew me a naked person. I'd be like, wow, this is really great.
She might. I don't know.
But only if it's really good. Like, it depends. Like, what kind of titties does your grandma like? I guess that depends. Like, what kind of...
You remember that thing I told you how my family is very stubborn and nobody ever talks about sexuality?
Oh.
You want to guess which side of the family that's from?
Her side?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder I don't know what my parents would do, but my dad kept saying, don't draw me as a zombie, but he would say it over and over, so I think he wants to draw himself to be drawn as a zombie. You know when people do that?
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, whenever people say, like, don't do that, but then they say it over and over, it's like, you want it to happen.
Yeah, I would say, like, my grandmother's like, don't you draw me some sort of naked nature angel.
I wouldn't even guess that's an angel. It literally looks like she has a wall of...
feathers. Look at her nice feathers.
Why are they uneven, but they're very close to being even? That really pisses me off.
Why are they just, like... Slightly
ajar.
They're not touching each other, but they're just, like, resting perfectly on each other. Or, like, right next to side.
Also, why does if those are her wings, why did they get super 3D down there? Like, she's literally has pancakes made out of her wings. Like, her wings just have pancake feathers, around her.
Which is the super 3D?
Like, I guess the stuff near to her head? Like, why is it like that?
Oh, no. Are you talking about this stuff?
Yeah, well, stuff and, like, lower near her shoulders and stuff. Like, why do the feathers do that?
Because
she also couldn't lay on her wings because that's painful. Why would you lay on your wings?
Maybe she could. Maybe
coming out of your back.
Maybe they're just fucking made out of grass. How about that, Kristen?
They're still coming out of her damn back. It's like laying on your arms directly on your side, but you're also, but you have your full weight of your body. That's like, I'm doing like a chicken wing kind of thing, but then I'm trying to imagine sleeping on my arms like that, and that would be very painful. I can't imagine angels sleep.
Yeah,
that's always like I've always seen like fantasy pictures where people are like boning angels and stuff, and like the angels are like on their back. It's like
they would all be stomach sleepers.
Yeah, and they'd probably get it from behind instead of because they have wings. I'm just saying, just the biology. It doesn't make... I really wish people who do porn
fiction.
would actually use their damn brain for once, and then, angels, they have wings on their back. Let's not bone her on her back, I guess. You know? That's what your picture reminds me of, Andrea, is angel porn. I'm glad.
Well, it pretty much just looks like angel porn.
Wilson,
I like how
angel
all of her hair just sort of goes into a point on her head.
It's literally not good. Let's think. Yeah, it's just the angel from the little fairy from Fern Gully. God.
I spent a really long time on this,
Like,
mostly on her face.
why? The face is fine. Honestly, the face isn't too bad.
Well, she has the world's lowest cheekbones, and she also looks like she has a mouthful of marbles, or not marbles. She has a mouthful of gravy. Something that's not
like she's the
she's
the grandfather
she looks like she's sort of
from
like this,
Godfather.
I made you an offer of this feather that's also a blank that you can't refuse.
Is that a sparkle on the very? Oh, that's your arrow. Your arrow.
Arrow.
That's not a very convincing feather either.
No.
It looks
like a pot leaf.
It looks like a pot leaf combined with gelatin, but it's in a feather shape.
It does look like
she made a
gelatin.
Jello shot with a pot leaf.
Yeah.
And kind of.
It's soap. It looks like maybe it's sort
pot
of translucent pot soap.
Oh god, that would smell so bad. I don't understand how people smoke pot.
Do you like how I
put
my signature?
Oh, Andrea, don't do that. Ugh, when you zoom in, it her shoulders get rather. No, that's fine, honestly. But her shoulders. Look at her shoulders, though. Oh god. Oh god.
That's her angel goiters.
God, as a kid, I had a psoriasis growth on my neck, and I never knew what it was, and it basically kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
By the way, there are creams for that.
I think this part is also really gross.
What? Is she have wrinkles like a damn Sharpay?
I think it was supposed to be if her. What?
I think those are wrinkles, in her skin, but that's not how wrinkles, because people have fat. They're not just...
Her hand is backwards.
No. Oh.
Or maybe it's this one. Maybe it's like this. There you go. But her hand is not arched up enough, so...
No, it could be No, that's fine, right?
No.
No, it's facing her shoulder. That's her thumb.
Okay.
No, that's fine. No, the hand's in the fine position. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? Take references.
Well, no, if you're like this, but I'm saying, No,
because she's doing this, right?
I think so. Yeah,
that's
okay,
what it
so
is.
I just didn't make the wrist
we're
pop
making
up like it's in
we're trying to figure out how bad her anatomy is, and honestly, it's passable.
I think I just dug the finger into her armpit too much, and then just made big skin wrinkles.
It looks like she has stretch marks, like she's some sort of
looks like
horrible monster.
She looks like she has a burn mark there, like she has a skin graft or something.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Honestly,
it is.
You should add a little gangrene to that too. I learned all about gangrenes.
You did.
Also, why are there roses there? That's so lame. Pick better flowers than fucking roses.
I did. I picked these grapes lined up next to each other with sticks coming out of them.
That's just the stuff they put on Welcome to Hawaii posters. That's even worse. Don't use those. My other...
It's hibiscuses.
Oh, I hate those flowers. They're just so boring.
I really hate the color of these flowers just on her eyes.
Why are they even
there? Do you
there?
like her reflection in her eyes?
No, I don't. It doesn't. It looks like someone sewed it right to a retina, and then it's I'm trying to wonder how the hell you would get that to happen. And I hate those stupid artsy photos in Tumblr where they have people have shit like that on their eyes. I think that's stupid.
That's mostly DeviantArt that has those.
DeviantArt has it too. I don't like fashion.
Her world's smallest eyebrows.
I like how she has almond-shaped eyes like she's a Disney character.
She does look like
And maybe I'm just biased and I like Japanese style more with eyes, but holy crap, she looks like she... I don't even want to say the term because it's a very old term, but it's not... It's weird. It's a weird style. That's not what people's eyes look like.
Yeah, it's not.
That's not what people's eyes look like at all.
Also, her eyes are not quite focusing on the same place.
This
arm, I sort of come at this way. This one's looking at us. This one is just to the side.
Also, her eyebrows aren't... They're
so tiny, and also they're not... her eye is not really in her head. If she had, some sort of... If she had, a skin graft over her eyes, and then she had, some some like stuff that some shit she can glue to the outside of her skin grafts that looked like eyes. That's what that looks like.
Like, Andrea, it actually hurts me to look at her eyes, because if you look at like a fucking parrot or something with feathers around its eyes, they have scales around their eyes first because it's skin, and then they have the feathers a little lower down, because why would you want petals?
Oh, you hate me, Kristen.
I mean, look at a parrot's eye. You don't
look at
just...
these beautiful feathers.
God, I hate that, Andrea. Why does she have, like, moonberries on her frickin' ears? That's so
It was
weird.
supposed to be sort of Christmassy.
What?
Because I gave this to her at Christmas.
Are those dragon snaps up in the upper left? Like that white flower?
I think they're like white lilacs.
I don't know what those are. Dragon snaps also kind of look like that.
They're snapdragons. First off.
Dragon snaps. I don't know what they are. Girl Scout cookies. What are that with ginger snaps? That's what I'm confusing it with.
Trefoils. No.
No, they're not. Ginger snaps were the ones that were really bad, but then they stopped. They stopped making them because they were so bad. They tasted like cardboard combined with nutmeg. It was.
Oh really, yeah, I remember
those ones were garbage.
Dog shit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, because trefoils I like. Trefoils are not garbage. They're just shortbread cookies.
I really miss the windmill cookies that I got back in Chicago.
I don't remember those.
I'm gonna eat the shit out of them when I get
I don't know.
back.
I never could sell that many cookies. I never really was.
I was tending to be really good at. I was a very business-minded child.
I was not. I was like, I don't want any of these prizes. I'm not motivated to do this. This is hard.
You missed out on the crappiest keychains you could ever imagine. Because I got like 3 of the same keychain because I had too many points. And they didn't roll over from here. And like, one of them was broken when I got it, and one of them like fell apart later, and I think I lost the third one.
I could easily just do anything else with my time. I guess I was frugal with my time, and I just didn't care. I wanted to have fun at Girl Scouts, not sell fucking cookies. So, throwing it out there. Andrea, her hair, I can't get over it. Like, I don't know how you thought that was... Oh, God.
Look at this
it's
nice
literally
strands.
Wilson's hair.
Look at the strands in her hair, Kristen.
Why are they in points like that? But when you're in water, it looks different, and it looks...
She's not supposed to be in water. She's supposed to be laying down.
No, I know, but even if it was water...
Look at how ugly her hair color is.
It's gray like yours, Andrew.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I think I might have used my hair color, which is sort of an ash blonde.
No, but it doesn't look that bad.
Well, it's winter, and I haven't been out in the sun so much, so it gets a bit darker, but...
Oh, I'll say, Andrea hates on her hair color. I think ash
it's
blonde
gray.
is fine. It's fine.
It looks dirty after an hour of
Dude,
washing
I have
it.
black, gross hair.
Yeah.
That shows
and you can have it for more than an hour without people thinking you're some sort of greasy shit.
Right?
The color that it makes when it laps itself, just the shadow of it lapping itself, is the same color as if it was really dirty. That's why it looks like shit. And 80% of the people that have the same hair color dye it.
They die.
Nobody...
They just die.
It is the most common hair color to dye.
Well, at least it's easy to dye.
No, it's not, because it's partially gray, so it doesn't take color. Yeah, I have to follow the instructions like an old lady on the box. Dyeing my white-ass hair.
Old women, but I thought gray hair would be easier to dye, because it's dark. It's lighter than black.
No, it's not that it's lighter. It's that gray hair chemically is...
broken?
It's like damaged. It's not as good. So it doesn't have like the same types of pores or something to accept color. So that's why you have to wait. Like, I have to dye my hair for 45 to 50 minutes.
That's what I have to do.
It's supposed to be like 30.
Oh, well, I have gray hairs on my head.
You
do.
Yeah,
so that's... But I also accept them. Because...
Well, I've been like this since I was like 10 or 11 as well.
If a man's going to say, well, I can't date you because your hair is gray, I'd be like, well, you're going to go bald and then someone's going to have to do that. So you might as well just accept the fact that some of your partners might have gray hair. Just saying. Unless you're perpetually dating 16-year-old girls in which...
it happened?
Apparently, well, I knew someone whose husband did that. And apparently my mom mentioned someone else in our family, a family friend who ended up, I guess, going to jail over that. Older men, like, I have no idea why they find younger women attractive. They're kind of gross. Like, objectively, like, women in their 20s seem to be more attractive because they actually look like adults instead of, like, small children with breasts stapled to them and then weird...
I sort of phased out there for a second, and then we came back with children with breasts stapled onto them. So do we have anything else for beautiful?
No, she looks like Hiei or Wilson or any of those other characters with hair like that, and it really bothers me.
She's really disgusting looking.
She looks like the hummingbird from Jack Frost.
I understand why my grandmother put this in a closet and doesn't talk about it at all.
Like, if you just erase the whole thing and start over. It might be.
Did I show you the thing that I'm drawing now that I might give to her?
No.
It's got another naked angel, and it's beautiful.
Well, how naked is she?
I'll give with you with some flowers.
Does your grandmother like more of the realistic breasts, or does she like the perky stuff that you see on Girls Gone Wild? Sort of, I don't watch that stuff, but that's what I assume.
I have to sign into my Adobe account.
Adobe. Yeah, Adobe's really aggressive about getting you to sign in.
Well, no, it's only because I opened up my laptop and I looked through Photoshop, and you can only have it on 2 computers at once. So
yeah,
it's not that you can't have it on the third one. It's just you have to sort of
I know.
balance which ones you have it on.
I have 3 Mac things I use, Andrea. Oh, I know.
I think it might actually be saved in.
I'm just surprised they know as soon as even if you have Photoshop open on the other one, like it'll instantly go, excuse me.
I think this is where I'm at so far with it.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah, that's some flowers.
It looks like a still life. Are you using references, or
yes,
you have a still life?
I'm just looking straight from a reference.
You're not taking it yourself, Andrea?
I don't have any flowers.
Well, why don't you just go to Michael's?
I'm not sure I'm actually going to have the time for it, though. I don't know.
You should have I think there was a fable or something about human skulls that some guy buried a skull underneath a flower pot, and so his wife wouldn't find out. I think it was a Hans Christian Andersen tale. It's really weird. That's what your picture reminds me of.
It's just some flowers in a mug, though.
I just assume there's a skull under that.
Oh.
If okay. I want my grandchildren to remind me of my own mortality with a skull. Memento mori, Grandma. Give us your shit. Hope you have a good inheritance for us.
Okay. We'll come back with Kristen's stuff. Then.
Yep.
I thought he had a giant leg.
Oh my god, it really looks like that. Oh Jesus, that's amazing.
He's part tree.
I thought it was also just from my angle, it looks like a giant dong, basically.
It does sort of I can't really.
It was a very poor choice of clothing on my behalf.
I like the background though. I really like this area here. Looks really nice.
Oh, thank you. Oh my god.
But in saying that, how big and how far away are they from this edge?
Apparently a light year away. Also, I think it's out of perspective. This is the one, by the way, I asked for critiques on concept art for. And the one where it was a lot more curved. I guess the background was a lot more tilted at one point at like a Dutch angle. Like, why you do that? And like my commissioner literally asked for that. And they're like, just change it. They won't know. He won't know. And he didn't.
There you go.
Literally wanted it. It was like at a 45-degree angle. It was the weirdest thing. It's like you're doing a romantic scene, but you're literally turning it up.
Wow! I
guess the camera was falling, really.
So...
Is there some crap on the sun? Like, what is that?
It does look like your brush
like
or something just went straight up.
Yeah, what the hell? Oh no, that's your screen. Oh. That's shit on your screen. Oh my god. Okay. Yep. All right. Well, I thought it was me, but it was actually Andrea.
There we go. I'm gonna look at it on here. So like,
I like
these
how
look
purple.
Like these are supposed to be massive.
Yeah, they do.
But you just have like this middle area here where it's just like,
nope.
This is really close. This looks like a beach. This looks like a beach maybe 100 feet away.
Yeah.
But then you have mountains on the side of it that are tiny.
Not to scale.
Definitely not to scale.
Yeah, this was at a point where I detailed everything. If you zoom in, I don't even think you can zoom in that far because I didn't work very large back then. But I over detailed stuff to shit, and it's just like most of the time if you don't put some sort of clues, is that a village right here? Yeah, it's super tiny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I totally...
It's like the fucking
they're on the fucking moon.
There.
Yeah, no, they're on the moon, basically, right now. No, it was supposed to be really far away.
Did they bring that up in critique?
No, unfortunately they didn't. I think people that weren't very good at drawing were looking at my shit. They gave me some good points, but honestly, like, I think the problem is that if it was that distant, the atmosphere would not be this clear unless they were on the fucking moon.
I think what it is that you're... Because, okay, like, at first glance, this looks really gorgeous, but then you start looking at these little details. So, like, this part looks like this was supposed to be...
Like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have the shadow of this tree nearly casting over the entire town.
No, that wasn't that. That's just a hill. It's just a really poorly placed hill shadow.
But you have this shadow right here.
I think that's just a shadow from the mountains on the right, maybe? I don't fucking know. But that doesn't make any sense. Andrea, I wasn't very good at figuring shit out, apparently.
It looks like... I know. It looks like... It looks like this is just, like, right next to them. Like, I would have never guessed that they were far away because the scale you have on this grass is huge.
Yeah, no.
And then it's the same sort of scale, the same brush marks and stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing...
Are entire hills over here.
Yeah, let that be a lesson to you guys. Figure out the fucking scale you're going for and then do something about it. Because these people are literally over, like, 1,000-foot cliff that you can't tell. It's very dangerous because you can't tell if it's 5 feet away or 5,000 feet away.
Yeah, it looks like... If this was just, like, a little beach or something right there, then all of this would fit in. Like, but obviously this mountain range here...
Yeah. This would be a fun one to revisit and just insert my own characters so I don't give someone more free art. But...
Did you do this for free?
No, it was a commission. Oh. I ain't drawing that. I
don't know. You're just saying,
I don't know their characters. They're a pirate character, I guess.
Your feet next to the microphone.
Oh, sorry. I'm holding my foot gingerly for some reason because it has a sock on and it's fun to touch.
Maybe it'll drown out the sound of the cats at the door yowling.
Don't hear the cats. But, yeah, no, that's also, like, it's really distracting because I don't think the guy's pants, like you pointed out, that is really fucking great.
It looks like just one big leg.
I honestly have never seen that until you pointed it out, and I think one of the reasons why is because I've never actually... I used to work very close without zooming out, which I do a lot now, and that would have helped a lot in this piece. And also I would have added, like, clouds or something to show how distant everything was. Even if it wasn't correct, it would have at least shown that they were further away or up high or something.
Yeah, that would definitely have
because they're on the moon right now. There's no atmosphere. So that's why it can look like it's a mile away, but it doesn't look like it. I really think they're on the moon.
It's also there. I think it's a lot of it, just like these brush strokes behind it where you're just like, you know?
Yep.
But you just have, like this looks like a trail, like, right next to them down here.
Yeah, I think it's just it's just other colored
but it's
farms.
It's also mountains.
I think there's literally farms back there. I think that's what that town is. All the little sections are literally just little farms. It's not very well done. I'd love to redo this to be not shit.
If you did this, but you just didn't put this giant grass, like, right next to it here.
Hey, man. Is there a little house on there? Is that a little fucking house?
On where?
On the cliff right there. Yeah, zoom over there.
It's a flower.
Oh, it's a flower. Okay, I thought it was like a little... I also don't like how I drew the people, just because I don't like how I have a line on top of a line on top of a line there. Like,
yeah,
I'm not really... Weird. That's how I used to paint, and I don't like it. So, I don't like it. The shading and stuff is fine, though. It's not too bad. Like, I don't really like... Like, the shading on the people seems okay. I mean, what do you... I don't know.
I think the people are shaded correctly. I think they don't really have any...
Yeah.
Sort of muscle tone.
Sans anatomy, if you imagine them as just anime people.
Also, I don't know what she's running on.
I think a log. Or on his giant log deck.
She's just, like, fucking booking it on
I think she's tripping right onto his hand.
She's gonna fall down she's fall into a giant
fall 1,000 feet to her fucking death.
Yeah.
Also, they're not breathing right now because there's no atmosphere, because...
I don't think the atmosphere is as bad. You do have some of the atmosphere in the distance here. I just literally think it's the marks that you made here.
Yeah, there's
just they're the exact same marks throughout the entire thing. So I cannot tell this is supposed to be so far away.
It lacks context that it needs. And I think that's the biggest problem, is, like, the background lacks more context.
I think it lacks context, but it also...
Because those could be, like, fish tank rocks where they're just
also
things
a lot
that,
of the,
you know, like, where they just look big.
A lot of the stuff you have leads to it looking like it's very close.
Yeah.
This looks like it's very close. This looks like there's, like, little cliffs, and then it just sort of goes down like a grassy thing, and then there's, like, a trail
really
or something behind them.
I don't know why I drew it so it's 1,000 feet high when that would have been just sufficient.
Yeah.
Just having it literally go down to the beach.
Yeah, if you made, like, a bigger distinction here that, like, maybe this was, like, a steeper part of a hill, like, maybe put some, like, trees or something, like, if it went down like that, like, so maybe, like, little trees, so you can tell it was, like, a ledge of some sort, and then sort of wound that around down here, I don't think you were able to get away with putting mountains right fucking there. I mean,
well, if you've seen like rocky coasts and stuff, sometimes they actually do have rocks like that. But I'd actually look at a reference and figure out exactly what they look like. So and give context with either trees or something else. So because rocks can look like like fish tank rocks, the Iwagumi rocks, can look very big even though they're tiny. So So I would probably pick better rocks for that whatever size I was going for.
It's definitely missing context.
Yeah, it's lacking the context, but...
You also use that fucking...
leaf brush?
Yes. That goddamn leaf brush.
You can fucking tell. But look, if you look and zoom in, I actually worked really hard to make sure I painted over them, I think. Or maybe I didn't, I don't fucking know.
I don't see anything
actually
that
I didn't. Oh, that's garbage.
Let's try over here.
I think at that point, I didn't know what I was fucking doing. That one isn't as bad. That doesn't piss me off as much, because it has the flowers and stuff.
Well, you just use the same brush thing.
Yeah, why'd I work so hard on the bark, but then not the leaves? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like, maybe also, the bark is about stupid over looking. Here that you painted? Because it does look like you painted over
them. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Also, like, why... I really needed to probably... This is at the point where I still painted trees brown.
Over here, I think you painted them the tiniest bit. You sort of outlined some of them.
Yeah, I really...
and then these two things coming towards us, you painted more.
I really don't... I really should have made that I really should have made the tree more gray.
Yep.
Unless it was like a coconut palm, which it isn't. In fact, if it was a coconut palm, that actually might be really cool because they're by the beach. So so the hills could have been more sand dunes. Yeah, I'd love to repaint this and say, here's how to add context to your picture so people will know if there's a village 1,000 miles away, or if it's just a jaunty, 100-foot walk to the beach.
I think also that his eyes, like this one eye here, is just like...
Oh, he has 2 different colored eyes.
Fuck him, of course he does.
Yeah, no, that's actually the, also...
He's got his fish-like mouth.
Anime face. Wait. Jesus. I do not draw people like this anymore. But, look at the girl's face. I really hated how that turned out. She just she has a little bit of side mouth.
Well, she has the well, yeah, she definitely has side mouth. She has like the other side of her head of hair is coming around like here.
Like she has, that's true. Her bangs are literally like 2 inches thick.
Her bangs are like over here, and then also her other hair is here.
It's like if her bangs were literally this thick and then came down like she has like some sort of protrusion like a unicorn horn underneath there. That's awful.
I do like that tasteful side boob though.
Yep. Yep.
Do you get it? She has flowers.
God, I can't believe I didn't see that I really should have turned that tree gray or something. That's awful. Because trees usually aren't brown.
Yeah, trees do not happen to be the color of a... What is this? It looks like a giant, like...
Like poo-log?
No, not quite a poo-log. It looks like a Snickers bar. Like...
Yeah.
It looks like folded corrugated
Snickers.
Yeah, it's like a corrugated Snickers bar.
It's, yeah, the trees are very gray. A lot of them have blue.
I also, and when I say like, I mean I don't like how the back of his head just has these leaves like sticking up out of it.
Yeah, that's also always remember to not put fucking things like that. That was another thing I forgot to point out with yours, but like the pinky finger at the very bottom was just barely peeking up out of frame.
Pinky finger
of the one that was going like this, holding the feather, but then like there was like a pinky finger. It was like just barely above it, and it's like, you don't need to have that there. We know there's another finger.
I didn't.
You don't have to, well... So I should probably not have framed the tree in a way that didn't have fucking leaves right behind his head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have your one branch down here, but based on everything else, it wouldn't come all the way the shit up here. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, maybe it does. Maybe it's a tree that does that.
I also like how this tree has the same sort of atmospheric, like, perspective. Yeah. Like, this tree looks like it goes over this town.
Yeah.
It looks super, super far out there, especially what you've told me.
The context isn't great.
So that's why I thought there was, like, a big shadow of this fucking branch.
I forgot there was a fucking town down there, because for a while I was like, oh, it looks kind of... Oh, no, there's so many problems with this. No,
I think the colors on it are nice. I think your rendering is
the colors aren't too offensive.
Nice. I think
it's a little boring. Like in terms of like, there's no real brush strokes. They're all very careful and they're very smooth, I guess. And I don't like that.
Say that. I don't think that's too much.
For me personally, I like more brush strokes.
I just think you like how I had my part where everything looked like tree trunks. This is your marks where everything looks like wobbly, oblong, like
zoom in on that,
like diamonds.
Hey. I fucking like
diamonds.
You
have that here in the ocean. You have that here on the sand. You have that here in the grass.
I figured out how to do it once and I was done. I ain't figuring out how to render multiple things. It's way too hard. Come on.
Is it blushing?
One of my eyes is blood red, and the other is yellow, like my heart and my pee. Do you like his bracelet I gave him? It's literally just a rope with like Japanese coins tied to them. You know Japanese coins have the little fucking thing? I think it's perfect for making bracelets. I want them all.
I used to have something that had a bracelet, had a yen on it.
A 50 yen? I think it's 50 yen that has the hole in it.
Yeah, it might have been the 50 yen.
You can go up to 500 yen. That's what that was my I had a coin every week when I was a child. It was 500 yen for my allowance.
Oh.
And I bought candy with it, like a child from the 50s.
There you go.
And I got stickers.
Do you see anything else? I sort of want to stop so I can either feed the cats so they stop yowling.
Yeah,
really
no, it's
aggravating me.
It's like kind of like the close but no cigar thing, and you can obviously see there was a lot of problems with it that might not be obvious at first glance. The anatomy of the people, his tree dick, the atmosphere.
For her, for example, this is her thigh start here and thigh all the way down here.
Hey, maybe she's a kangaroo down there. You don't know. If she was, you need to give context, by the way. If she was half human and but like the bottom half is a kangaroo, so he has some weird sexual fetishes.
That is insanely long, man.
She's a kangaroo. It's fine.
I don't think that's the part of the kangaroo. I
actually think you're right. I think
I
think femurs are usually
ones.
really femur to hip is usually the femur part is usually shorter, right? Because you can move your leg faster.
I think so.
Yeah, because like rabbits and stuff have pretty short. Humans have unusually long femurs, right? Yeah. It's the second part.
Short.
Yeah. See, it's the second part.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Have the same thing.
No.
They're
so she would actually just be walking like.
Maybe she's a really deformed kangaroo, and she just has she has a very short ankle. She's like,
oh god,
it's like a Zorro symbol. It's just terrible. It's just absolutely. No, that's bad too.
Why does she also have a big bunch up by her ass?
I don't think I understood how dresses worked. Also, yeah, you can see that I kind of understood how to make folds, but I didn't quite understand what clothing or the human body was.
I like how there's a fold here, but then it's just straight.
You know what I like to think of me as this time is like I'm an alien pretending to be a human. Like it's very close. Like you can see I know what humans are.
Yeah,
but it's not quite right.
Look how long her forearm is, man.
You know, she's anime, and at that point, I think I
have extremely long forearms.
Maybe she's half orangutan, and that's why her femurs are so huge.
Is it about here? Is that about right?
God, yeah, that's bad. Oh my god!
So how much of my hand can you see on the other side?
None of it.
Like maybe a little bit.
I couldn't see anything of it. Like it's literally not. You can't do that. Yeah, you need to make sure you don't have basically half bird people here because that's a very long femur. She's like becoming a demon as we look.
What the fuck?
Andrea,
okay, so
don't look at it.
His leg behind here.
Don't look at it, Andrea.
Here's the knee, and then his foot is down here.
Andrea,
he's the kangaroo.
He also has a long femur too. He's just a monster.
It's like maybe they are actually 100 feet tall, and they've just climbed mountains. We need the birds in front of them in context so that you know that they're 1,000 feet tall. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh god. No, it's so frustrating because at this point, this is why I was so frustrated with my work because it's things like this that you learn with experience.
Yeah.
Like that you don't just completely cock it up. Like this isn't like if you were just glancing at this, it wouldn't be that bad.
Right.
But if you actually look at it like we have, you're like, oh my god, it's a little village. Oh my god, all the texture is the same on the ground. You can't tell what's sand and what's grass.
I think, like, honestly, and that type of mark making stuff that helps define that's something they taught me in school. Like that.
Well, this was even before I was in college.
I understand.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, but like that was one of the things that we had to be very particular on when I was in college. Was what your mark making says and how it'll display depth and everything like that.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a part of.
I think you can just learn.
I guess.
No, you can just learn that on your own because I didn't go to art college, and do I still do that?
Sometimes, not too often.
Yeah,
like,
but
this is a fantastic example. This town looks like
this is 2009. So
this looks like somebody left
pretty long ago.
Like some. It looks like they left just like their salt shakers in the grass.
There's like a little Smurf village.
There's like a dildo and a salt shaker and like a like a pan thing or a tin thing for butter and...
Yeah, but overall I've gotten better with showing different materials and different
No, I'm not talking about different... I'm just saying, like, the similar mark making and everything. Because that's what it is. It's the same sort of width, same sort of marks and everything, which is why the person told me my stuff looked like tree trunks, is because I rendered in a similar way.
Mm-hmm. But also just doing studies of photos and stuff helps a lot, because then you can see, oh, it's made like that, and then you get a strategy for making sand, or for making like, oh, ripples look like this on sand. So
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, that's a very telling type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I had no variety to my brushes. I think I actually just used a low opacity flow airbrush for this, and then lined everything.
Well,
to shit.
and then some grass brushes, and then some bush brushes.
I got them from DeviantArt.
I know. You got it from probably the same person I did.
Yep, I probably did.
In fact, I probably got your brushes off of you after... Is this lamb's ear?
I don't fucking know what it is, Andrea. I just added it right there. It's just a tree plant.
I also like how you have these, like, branches down here, but then they're, like, the same color as the grass directly behind them.
There's no contrast to them, and it's like, why would you outline the highlight on the back, too? Like, why the fuck would you do that, Kristen?
Come on, Kristen.
Come on, Kristen.
I also like how oblong your sun is.
I don't know why that's so oblong.
It's like a setting egg.
I don't understand why that is. Like, I really don't understand that. Like, maybe it's because it's... Maybe I forgot to warp it, so it looks like it's, you know, because it can look like that, but it would be more wobbly, like with lines through it and shit.
I think it's the monitor thing.
Or it might be, well, it was on a CRT as well, so that also might be part of
I think you just didn't realize that you went too far on the side.
Yeah, also, anyone who uses computer monitors, remember to check your work on more than one so you can see differences.
And definitely get a... I was going to say an RTS monitor.
IPS.
That's an IPS. There we go. Definitely get an IPS monitor.
IPS monitors are just better for looking. So that way, if you accidentally turn your head a little bit too much to the right or the left, it'll still look the same.
Like 9 times out of 10, if you have friends that are like, your stuff is too contrasty, it's probably because you don't have an IPS monitor and you have like some sort of LED backlit thing.
LED backlight's fine.
Well, I mean, it distorts your colors and stuff to the point that...
No, that's LED backlit.
Which?
The new one. The new one is LED backlit.
This one?
Yeah. I bet you $5 it's LED backlit.
Well, this one is LED because I can see it on the bottom right here.
No, that's it. No, there's frontlit and then there's backlit. Like that could just be they're basically when a lot of LCD screens are built. This is how the PSP is. That's how I know. There's like a little light bar behind it. You know, like a Tamagotchi, how it has a reflective layer in back so it'll catch the light, or like a Game Boy. That's basically what these monitors are like. So the LED lights are but basically, like with a PS Vita, that's actually backlit. Like the OLED is actually light. If I'm remembering right, I could be wrong,
but
that is LED though.
Whatever. Just make sure a CRT monitor. Just make sure you don't have a CRT monitor.
You'll know. You'll know if you do. CRTs
or you
are
don't,
okay
like
for.
I didn't.
CRTs are only good for certain things. You can, you know,
if you are painting things to be printed, just get an IPS monitor.
Yeah.
Just
Also,
do it.
Fun fact about CRT monitors: the government can actually see the image on your CRT monitor if they have a super secret van because of the the radiation emitted from your CRT monitor. It's cool. Look it up on Wikipedia. If you don't believe me, that's actually something that happens. So if you want to not have your image looked at, I guess, just it's really weird. I didn't know you could do that, but apparently that's something the government was very nervous about. So I guess that's why LED monitors happen, or LCD.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We're sort of running out of time, so
yep.
If you'd like to send your stuff to FridgeArt, we are FridgeArtPodcast@gmail.com. We will critique your stuff and be as helpful and as
mean.
Not mean, but as
salty,
honest
with
your critique as possible.
Yep.
What do you want to use for music?
Oh, geez. A Kanye West song, I guess, but, you know. Let's see. Here's a pterodon, or pterodactyl, and a standing up crocodile. I don't know what its name is.
I think you've...
The crocodiles that don't have their legs split on the side is a dinosaur, but...
I think it says it's a cornacchata something. It says it underneath it.
Yep. They were really cool. They're crocodiles, but they had legs like... Yep. They had legs like dog legs so they can go fast.
Yeah, they were much faster.
Wow. That would have been really terrifying. Jesus. Okay. I don't really know what to make noises with. I don't know the beat of that song.
You sing the song.
Yeah.
Hey ho, it's FridgeArt. It's FridgeArt. We love you. Oh my, look at that FridgeArt. Look at that FridgeArt. What we do. Hey now, look at that art now. Da, 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 da.
But this was
chang chang chitty chitty FridgeArt. We look at our old work. Bang bang chitty chitty FridgeArt. Let me bring up Audacity.